Hello, this is the very first video on my YouTube channel. My name is Courtney and I am here to show you guys how I epoxied my laminate countertops to give it a faux marble effect using Giani countertop paint. If you stick around to the end of the video, I will show you what this space looked like prior to purchasing back in November, and I'll also show you tips and tricks on how to make this even better. So if this is something that you're thinking about doing it or you're interested in doing, like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. Or if you have any questions, I am available to answer, hopefully. I think I am. But yeah, again, stay tuned, stick around. I hope you enjoy this video. Again, thumbs up if you do. You guys have a great one.
Hello you guys, and welcome to Court's Corner. I want to share with you how I changed my brown hideous countertops to a beautiful faux marble epoxy using Giani paint. Now this kit has everything you need to get this done, from the paint brushes to the paint, the rollers, stir sticks, everything you can think of. Here I have the crud cutter degreaser that I use and the 220 grit sandpaper. I am now ridding the countertops of all of these things so I can start with the blank clean canvas. So I'm just removing these things from the countertops so we can get it all clear and ready to go. Now here I am just spraying the countertops with the crud cutter. And I know you guys can see that burn mark on the wall from the air fryer. I'm so happy that I pulled it out because I would have not known that that was happening. I'm trying to wipe it down and clean off the countertops, but it was not coming off. It was burned. But I actually painted the backsplash, so I am going to fix that by the end of the video, so you won't see that anymore. I actually also painted the cabinets and framed the island. So if you guys want to see a video on that, just let me know in the comments and I can definitely add that. Here I am just continuing to clean and clear out the countertops and get everything situated so we can get started with the sanding. Now that everything is all clean, I am now sanding down the countertops using the 220 grit sandpaper. Now the instructions say that you do not have to sand the laminate, but again, I painted my cabinets and just sanding worked really well with having the paint adhere. So I am sanding it down a bit and just inspecting it for little errors. As you guys can see there, that chip, that crack, I am going to fill that in a bit. But now I am just trying to take down everything and get it ready to paint. Now I'm just using the DAP Drydex spackle to fill in these gaps and chips, just so the epoxy can level out on an even surface. The epoxy is self-leveling, but it will not self-level on a surface that is uneven. So with that being said, just fill in any little chips or cracks that you have. That way you'll have a smooth, even finish. This portion of the video, I have already completed the first coat of primer on the other portion of the countertops, and I just want to show you the island and even how the place where I filled in the chip looks with that first coat of primer. Now, if you go really heavy with the primer on the first coat, you won't have to do too much on the second coat. But if you do start from a darker countertop, you might have to do 3 or 4 coats. And right here, as you can see, I am lightly using the included paintbrush just to lightly draw on some veins. I'm just barely holding it. At one point, I kept dropping it. But I then spray it with water. You want to get enough water on there to loosen up the paint, but not too much to where you wipe it off. So, just be mindful of that. So after you continue with that method of water veining, you will take that thick brush, angled brush that's included, and just kind of tap it. Tap lightly. As you can see, I'm just gently tapping. It's sped up, but I am gently tapping just to loosen it up a bit. And then I like to keep adding more veins just to add more depth and more dimension to it. I mean, that's optional for sure. You can definitely do this however you choose to. But for me, I felt that, adding more depth to the vein would make it appear more real. So that's what I did. And I like it. I think it came out pretty good. I did sketch out how I wanted it done. I gave myself 2 options. Now let my friends pick which one that they thought was best. So I can also include that in the video as well. But again, I didn't want too many veins. I didn't want it very veiny. I wanted a very light marble effect. So I didn't have too many veins on mine. But I think this entire project is very forgiving. Now you can just see me using the included sponge to just dab on a bit of that marble effect paint. And it's, again, no real right or wrong way to do this. Just do it the way that fits your preference. So I am just tapping, doubling up. The instructions do recommend that you use that same marble paint to tap around the sides of the vein just for more depth and adding more dimension. So I would suggest doing that. I definitely did that. You'll see me just tapping around on the white areas. So it is time for some epoxy. I am just mixing this up. I did not let it dry for those 4 hours. I let it dry 3. No reason, just instant gratification defeats me every time. So yeah, here I am just focusing on the center. I do an S motion to begin, and you want to focus on the center because this is self-leveling and it will go to the side naturally. So just to avoid overload of drips, focus on the center. Use the roller lightly in between your index finger and your thumb and just push that epoxy around. Don't dig in it, just glide it. And in the end, you guys, you are left with this beautiful sheen. The top coat on this epoxy is amazing. I just absolutely love the glare that it gives and the way that it feels. This has really upgraded my kitchen to another level. I'm so happy with the results.